Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
What's going on in the world of Manchester United? You know, the Red Devils have been having a bit of a rough patch lately, and it seems like even some former stars are weighing in with their opinions. At Viora, we're always keeping an eye on the latest developments in the Premier League, and this one's got all the makings of a juicy story. So, let's dive right in and see what Christian Eriksen, the Dane who used to play for United, has been saying about the current squad. Eriksen recently spoke with ESPN, and he made some pretty candid comments about how being a former player in prominent media positions doesn't exactly help out the current crop of United players. According to him, when opinions become too negative, which is often the case when it comes to Manchester United, fans tend to follow their heroes on TV because they're still passionate about the club. Now, this might sound like a pretty harmless observation, but Eriksen's saying that all those big names, including Gary Neville and Roy Keane, have been critical of United in recent years. And when you've got people who are essentially being paid to talk about the club, it can create a lot of pressure on the current players. Eriksen himself has spoken out before about how difficult it is to play for Manchester United, especially with all the expectations weighing down on your shoulders. So, when he says that even winning FA Cup and Carabao Cup in recent years isn't enough, I mean, it's definitely a great achievement. You can see why he'd be frustrated. But here's the thing. Eriksen's not just saying all this because he's bitter about leaving United. He genuinely believes that people need to be more realistic about what's going on at Old Trafford. I mean, yes, it's true that the Red Devils haven't been winning Premier League titles since Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013, but they've still managed to pick up some impressive cups in recent years. And let's not forget, United is a club with an incredible history and a massive following. So, when you take away all the noise and just look at what's happening on the pitch, it's hard to deny that the team has had some solid successes lately. So, where does that leave us? Well, Eriksen's calling for people to be more realistic about Manchester United, not to say they're a bad team or anything like that. It's just that sometimes, when you've got a lot of expectations weighing down on your shoulders, it can be tough to deliver. And at Viora, we love a good underdog story. So, while Manchester United might not be the biggest club in the world right now, I think they still have the potential to do some great things if they just take it one game at a time. That's all for this episode of the Viora podcast. Thanks for tuning in.